God, it's Tuesday, pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim. Don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday, here on First Amendment Sports.
Honey butter on popcorn, game changer. I missed this comment last week. Have to lead off with it right away. Ken Harris, I had never even thought of it, and I've never done it before. Thank God it's Tuesday. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
Well, thank God it's Tuesday. Get out your honey buttered popcorn because we got a show tonight.
Is it like honey butter is not like a full not like the trending flavor of things, is it?
No, but don't overthink it.
Okay.
It's just
everything's honey butter now.
Added to butter though.
I know. The honey butter at Roman Rooster.
It's we do it at my house for biscuits every now and then. And it's a tasty treat. Right. I never did it on popcorn now. Never did it on popcorn.
I never did it on popcorn until I'm going to do it on popcorn at some point. I think because of this show, I'll do the honey butter on the popcorn. I've done with the sour cream and the omelet. Right? Is that what we talked about? The sour cream, not cream cheese.
You make it sound so dirty, though.
It's true. Sour cream and everything, including
I love sour cream. I love sour cream. I ate some today.
We will, obviously, we coming off a huge bulk food discussion last week. We're going to consider that resolved for the moment.
It's fair.
For the moment, and we will press on to matters of the day. All right, so matters of the day. Obviously, I'm going to check off the honey butter at the top. Thank you, Ken Harris. That's just kind of like minutes of the last meeting. Like, I missed it.
The problem is he just actually crossed out actual honey butter stain on the notepad.
It's the list. It's on the list. All right, so obviously not a ton of news about the Commanders. The one thing that we found out this week, I guess from Adam Peters, is that he's out there saying he has no idea who's going to fall to him. But that's like an honest, obviously that's GM speak, but at the same time, no one knows how this thing's going to shake out. I don't know. And the thing about guys are going to get drafted, and it's going to be hard to see trades up because there's only one quarterback.
Yeah. It's going to be weird. And like you said, the Jeremiah Love, is he going before or is he going? Now he's anywhere between 2nd and 20th. So good luck out there. No one's going to be able to figure this out. And right now it's lion season. We know that. We say it every year. But Peters isn't lying. I think he knows this. We're going to get a hell of a player at 7 if we do draft at 7. And there's multiple guys that could be great additions for us. So this is the one year I felt no pressure on any of it. And I love what he did say before. I do love that he said, I got the roster to a place where we would not feel the need to have to draft a certain position. And I was like, that's very interesting, because some guys say, like, this is a philosophy. No, this was, he specifically went ahead and covered a lot of bases, so he didn't have to cover bases while drafting. And that's two separate schools of thought. Right. And that was super interesting to me to understand that as I sat there doing my too deep, specifically plugging in guys to spots where I thought would fit. Yeah. So, and part of that will happen as well. So. Nasta out there, homeboy.
Nasta. I'm going to put this down.
Nasta.
Not enough quarterbacks. I'm starting to feel like the lack of urgency at wide receiver is starting to be a little bit obvious. Like, we're going to get Brandon Ayuk, and everyone seems to know it. So,
but they're saying it might not be till training camp.
I know.
They're being little dicks about it.
Okay, so at some point, so they're being huge dicks about it, but also, like, this is where we are with the relationship between Brandon Ayuk and the Niners. Unfortunately, it takes 2 to tango, and they're all tangoing. So, like, the 49ers may have been able to grab some high ground.
It only takes one to break up,
It only takes one to break up. So, the Brandon Ayuk situation goes from cornholing him, right? Like driving the market down on him, to cornholing us.
Well, you're starting to sound like the guy that got arrested for the thing we talked about last week. I mean, the guy with no arms and legs. I don't feel like cornhole champion is his best title heading into the federal penitentiary. Just saying.
That's true.
And I don't know how they handcuffed him, and I didn't want to bring it up last week, but I've built up the courage to say, how do they cuff that man? Now, speaking of the cornholing you were talking about, let's get back to the previous cornholing.
Well,
I apologize. The San Francisco cornholing.
Yeah, they can stick it to Ayuk to a certain degree, but at some point they are sticking it to us. Obviously, we're not trading for that contract, nor is anyone, and I think that's like kind of like the hilarious part about this. If you're not like us waiting to sign this thing,
Shanahan humor.
it's Shanahan humor, which is typically the worst kind.
Very dry.
It delays the inevitable in a way that's just super dickish, and I get it that even and hey listen, if Ayuk had it coming, he had it coming, but when it starts to impact us, I mean, I'm just saying like, and we're like we got to go to San Francisco, like Adam Peters has to go to John Lynch and be like, okay, but dude, we're not trading for that contract. Like, okay, well, of course we're gonna be, of course it's gonna be on our team. So now you're just sticking it to us. So I think that there's like there's an equilibrium of that somewhere, and I don't know what it is.
It's petty ass shit.
Nobody's even coming out. No one's getting into training camp and trading for him in that contract.
But they can say, hey, someone might lose their 1 and 2
Sure.
in training camp, and then next thing you know, you never know. So they can get away with saying that until training camp.
Can I?
But everyone
just,
in
like,
the NFL knows.
Listen, league. I'm doing me. If you want to trade it for me, fine. But here's where you can find me. I'll be in a condo next to Redskins Park, waiting for the right thing to ultimately happen. I don't know that players, the union would allow something like that to happen. But Brandon Ayuk is going to play for the Washington Commanders. I don't think anyone in the world thinks he's going anywhere else.
You and I said it a month ago. We believe it. Obviously,
Hilarious.
It's been odd how it's transpired, but it doesn't mean that it's not. We've also said let's go out and get way better at that position, regardless of the obvious acquisition on the horizon, because that guy comes with a lot of question marks. No, let's shore this spot up, which is getting back to what I said about Adam Peters saying we got this place right, so we don't have to go. But we all know it'd be great to have a young receiver in camp developing with Jaden for the next 3 years. I mean, of course it would. We all know we want a receiver in this draft. I think everyone wants a receiver in this draft. I'm not saying with the first pick. I'm saying there's a bazillion receivers out there. Let's go.
There are, and it's tough. And we won't get like hung up with the fact that next year's draft is outrageous at the receiver position specifically. Obviously, Jeremiah Smith will headline that.
God, he is.
Yeah, he's for real,
dude. He is.
But there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of quarterbacks. The first round is going to be a spectacle next year. So that's a lot of people I don't think are trying to get rid of their 2027 draft assets as a result. So and so you can't even if Adam Peters was interested in trading back, which I'm sure he'll take that call, the value of trading up for a quarterback isn't there. So what are you hoping for? Someone trades up for like Sonny Styles or Jeremiah Love maybe? I don't think you're getting the same value.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless you're desperate for, because it's only going to be picks in this draft.
I know
you're not going to be accumulating anything next year.
But if someone has a shit ton of picks next year, those are golden coins this year. Those are very special if you want to go ahead and cash in. I mean, I know the Eagles have stockpiled a crap ton. I mean, there's going to be people that come, and that's going to be the golden bargaining chip. All right, make it a little sweeter. How about a second round pick in 27, which is essentially a first round pick in 26, is what you and I have been. That's the understanding based on
I think so.
Our deep knowledge of drafting in the NFL as co-GMs.
The prospects
for the Kensington Panthers.
I mean, I don't know that there's been many prospects better than Jeremiah. I mean, there's been great prospects. Jeremiah Smith is one of them. 6'3", 225. It's a stud. He's for real.
His teammate may go in the top 2. And he was the number 2 on the roster
last year too, probably State.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
exactly. It's true. Yep. This guy, they got out of the way for this guy. He's going to be special.
So, trying to think about how, so now we're officially leading up to the draft. We're going to make a decision at number 7 overall. I don't know if you could call it getting bailed out. A trade back. A trade back in this scenario, to me, I don't like, because I think at number 7 there's a good dude who is going to be like a franchise player, and I think there's a couple guys. So before I allow for the open-minded part of like who that could be at number 7, let me just flash this up for you. Let me just flash this up for you. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right, I just check this out. These are my guys. Now I don't want to say like I know people to compare Jeremiah Love coming out as a prospect with Bijan and Saquon and Jameer, but I'm telling you this is the guy who I hope that Jeremiah Love is. They're built very similarly. Jeremiah Love's a little bit bigger, but their speed is the same. Jeremiah Love's acceleration was measured. Marshall's was just known. Everyone just knew he had it. So the 10-yard splits. The NA means Marshall Faulk was crazy fast and acceleratable. Jeremiah Love put it down with the 1.55 there. Look at that. Arm length the same, hand span the same. Like physically, this is what matters in professional football: size, strength, speed, agility. This to me, this is the comp. This is the reason why I'm willing to go up top and get him in the first round. This is the player who I think he could be. It's 1,000-yard receiver and 1,000-yard rusher all at the same time. I think Jeremiah Love is also a very smart player, which was also one of Marshall Faulk's gifts in terms of, you know.
They are both football nerds. They dove into it mentally, relentlessly.
I know I've been slamming Jeremiah Love down whatever, but that's now I think the campaign to want to draft him really gets in earnest. I think that's my first argument. I think that's the kind of guy we're looking at. But Kev, let's say Tennessee does what some people think they might, and they put Jeremiah Love with Cam Ward, and we have to just move on. The whole everything that we envision for now and the last few months is in 1 second,
right? But
gone forever.
But we listen. We're in agreement. I do believe I just think he's a Hall of Fame guy. I do. Mm-hmm. And if Marshall Faulk, and that's the level we think he can get to. That's what you and I believe. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean that there's not other great players out there. My heart's set on only getting him. And I understand that there's some risk, obviously, based on drafting a running back that high. I don't give a shit. He's the best player in the draft. And if you want a running back, I don't think it's not close. It's not even close, but I don't think it's all that close as a player. So I love that was Marshall Faulk's comp, because that dude, the way Jeremiah Love has not shown that he has the ability to play wide out, catch the ball like Marshall Faulk, line up at wide out if he has to. He can do that, just so everyone knows.
Just the coolest thing, and I didn't get I should have first rate, but I can tell you, I looked at the only real statistical comp was in terms of what you can compare these two players: Marshall Faulk's junior year before he went pro, and Jeremiah Love's year that he just had. And in that year, by the way, it's 1993 at San Diego State University, and Marshall Faulk drops 2,100 plus total yards from scrimmage with like 1 million touchdowns and
he was
like
a
50 catches.
Yeah, he was a video game player before we even had cool video games.
Yeah, so he gets his whatever, he gets his flowers, however you want to say it. Marshall Faulk was awesome. That was an epic offensive performance that season at San Diego State. Jeremiah Love had more yards per carry, almost 2 more yards per carry en route to putting up similar rushing yards. Marshall Faulk in that year at San Diego State lined up a wide receiver a lot.
Yeah, because he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
And by the way, defense wasn't geared towards being able to stop guys like that. You had mismatches. You'd motion him out, get him on a linebacker out wide, and you see the linebacker looking at the sidelines like, what do you want me to do? They're like, just tackle him. Just freaking tackle him. Or let's call timeout, because we got to switch it up. And now we got to play zone the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And that's what he does to you. He dictates. Guys like Jeremiah Love and Marshall, they dictate to your defense.
That's right.
All defensive coordinators understand the ability to cover, but they dictate. Belichick, he's going to take your best player, right? So these guys, when you're playing them, that defense is going to dictate what we can't do this week. But guys like this, what pieces on the chessboard, they can counter. And by the way, we're going to now dictate what you're going to do, because when we motion this gentleman from inside the tights and out wide, what's your adjustment going to be unless you're playing zone? Because you go man to man, and now what?
Yeah, not exactly.
Who's your guy? Oh, who's your strong safety that can guard this freak of nature?
Let him just give me a cross.
Oh, now you're going to play this outside linebacker. All right, now we know you're a man. We'll motion back in. Can he tackle draw on 3rd and long? Like we're putting you in a bind. Now we're dictating what you can't do defensively. That's what I love about having a guy like this, the ultimate chess piece in an offensive league. Offensive league. So I understand people's Some people are a little worried about it, but you know what? I'm
That
a little
would be
worried we're not
why-
going to get him. I don't want to over.
I know I'm worried we're not going to
Shit.
get him. So I thought a good question to ask us and the board. Let's throw Jeremiah Love aside. He's been picked by Tennessee. The world is brand new. We've woken up in an age that is there's no possibility of seeing number 4 in burgundy and gold for our team, and that's just the way it is. It's cold. It's cold-hearted. So who do you hope in that scenario? Who are we hoping falls to us? Because it will be a player that falls to us at number 7 in that top 5 or 6. Especially if Jeremiah jumps up into that top 5,
Yeah.
it's gonna shift it around. So I think. I mean, I think the player that I would most be interested in adding if he fell to us at number 7 and there was no Jeremiah Love, I'm just like really looking at Sonny Styles
I know.
as a guy who could play for us at every level of the defense, which means every down, and be impact on those downs.
Our linebacker, our edge, a guy that can play middle and go play off the edge, a guy with that amount of speed. We're losing Luvu. He's in a contract year. We just picked up Chanel. If you can partner Sonny Styles and Leo Chanel together, you are talking about one of the most athletic 2 linebackers for the next 3 years. I mean, holy shit, that'd be filthy, dirty. I love Arvell Reese. I think he's more of a project guy, and I know we don't have many edge rushers. I understand that. Signed after this season, we got some 1-year guys, but Sonny checks a lot of freaking boxes, and
he does.
Specifically in this defense. I'm sure Durante's in there, like, yo, let me get this dude.
Like if you have the chance, like I'm saying, like so
Yes.
if that's who I'm hoping falls to us the most. I think the board is right. Let's see, AGH. Styles not getting past the Giants. I'm like hoping that the Giants, they're so stacked with Burns and Thibodeau and Carter.
Some of those guys make a lot of money. You know what I mean? Some of those guys might not be Harbaugh guys. So I know what you're saying, and I'm with you. But I also know that I've done 9 million mock drafts, and I have nothing's ever the same twice. It's bonkers. It's like it is. The top 10 is, besides number 1, which we all know, like, just take that out. The rest, holy moly, man, this is gonna be crazy.
So we are spending so little time at number 1. The fact that Fernando Mendoza is penciled in, like sharpied in to the Raiders at number 1 overall, to me is a story, because like the one thing in the NFL is that there's no pick more valuable, than that. And I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like if people were going to get crazy, jump up and down and get crazy about some of these players in the top 5, like what would the Raiders be willing to do because they're in the Super Bowl in Vegas in 29.
Okay.
I don't know. That's either that prime Mendoza years.
Well, Mendoza like checks every box their franchise needs desperately. I know what you're saying, but like, who would give up?
I can't think of it. I can't think of it. No one. It's crazy that it's like just done and over with, but that's just what it is. And then we don't know.
He doesn't even have anyone pushing him that they can lie about. Like,
no, exactly. There's nothing. Ty Simpson. I actually love Trinidad Chambliss. We talked about this before. We'll see what he does next year.
He'll be great at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Then, adios, muchacho.
Hello, hola, my flag football team. He'll be. Pat White needs a worthy successor.
Como se dice retired?
Como se dice? Can you play? Pat White needs an apprentice. He's been the starting quarterback on my flag football team for the last, what is that, like 15 years, 16
I'm a
years?
DC Defenders fan. I mean, Tamu can't keep taking hits like this. We might have to look into backing him up. Totally different podcast.
Ken Harris says best available. I don't know. I think so. So Styles would be the guy if Styles was there. No Love. I'm jumping up to draft Sonny Styles. If Sonny Styles is gone and Jeremiah Love is gone, I'm still not getting to David Bailey. Is that weird? Are you going to David Bailey next?
I love David Bailey.
Okay.
I absolutely love David Bailey. But I mean, like, it's him and Bain. I can't decide which one I love. I love both of them.
Would you?
Styles would be my guy. It's not just
Would
because
you
he's
take
such a
Downs
freak.
over Bain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Downs might be my favorite guy.
So the Downs, I
aside
think,
from
is my
Love.
Downs. I get to Downs before I get to Bailey.
I love Downs specifically for the fit, but also because you just need guys like him, and he is a plug and play guy that will. I think he'll fight
play
for
a great safety.
He'll fight for Pro Bowl considerations every year he's on the roster.
Like, that guy's a good football player.
But he's a 3-level cat. Like, they talk about the 3-level scores. This dude can guard in the 2 deep. This guy can come up and play coverage on an inside on a tight end, or not a juicy slot, but a big slot. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
And he can come off the edge and play tackle football in space. So that's what I really like about him. And he's the Bobby Wagner. He's the computer brain dude. That he's the football nerd. He eats, breathes, lives, and sleeps it. So you want to talk about adjustments and all the different zone blitzes that we're about to start dialing up. When you have a guy like that, it gives you a lot of options. Ask Harbaugh. I mean, he's had the dude that we wish we had years ago doing that for him in Baltimore, and that's the role Caleb Downs would play. I think Downs. I had to say Sonny over Downs, which I said Downs weeks ago, but Sonny is just so fast.
He's so big.
He's
so strong,
fast,
so fast,
and he can come off that. But football player ready to play right now. Best football player right now, aside from Love, I believe Downs. Yes,
yeah.
that's.
So that's why. But you still get to. But so you would take him over David Bailey.
Yes.
Okay.
And Bain. Downs. I am a Sonny, and I just switched Sonny
I would take
Downs.
Caleb over Reese.
I would too.
But then it's Reese ahead of Bailey.
I mean, Reese is so great too.
I take Reese over. But would you take Reese over Bailey?
I would take Reese. Oh, this is where. All right, so Reese, Bailey, and Bain.
Choice?
Reese, Bailey, and Bain. I have to digest.
I'm Reese.
I have the three
Bain,
of them,
Bailey,
and I think they're all freaking great at something.
Why am I so down on Bailey?
I
think Bain is, if he goes to the right place, he's going to be a superstar. Just because he can't just play at any defense, but if he goes to the defense that they can feature him on,
if you can bitch slap badass college defensive linemen the way he can, I think he'll have some success. I don't know about the bitch slap theory that I just introduced to you, but you heard me.
He's
good.
I
think
he's going to be just fine. He's going to be an impact player in the trenches. What do I have here? Oh, so all right. Well, that's that's pretty much all it is. I guess the one thing we can hope for, the only thing that could change the top of the draft above us is if people start getting just in their blood that they have to draft left tackles.
Well, that's the one thing that
there's a couple guys
possibly.
There's a
I've been saying Maui Goa because of his prominence.
He should.
But now people are passing him. Francis.
What's that?
I don't know.
Francis
Francis.
Okay. He's a consensus top 5.
But this dude Monroe Freeling, Caleb Lomu, Spencer Fennell. There's your Spencer.
Spencer Fennell. He is falling for whatever reason, but I just think
they're all just shuffling around.
It's someone's going to decide that this 6'5", 300-pounder can play tackle for them for the next 10 years because they can. So if we can get 2 of those guys into the top 5, top 6, if Tennessee makes that call, especially if Arizona makes that call, need them to make that call. If Cleveland has to make that call. They need it more than almost anything else. And if they don't go offensive line, I think they still need wide receiver before they need anything else.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the other thing. The 2 receivers have been jumping up lately. You can see one of those. You can see Carnell or Tyson sliding into that top 5. One or 2.
No one's
maybe not both.
I don't think anyone's trading up for any of these players. Right?
No, I don't think so.
So this
either.
is the top 7 teams in the draft. Us at number 7, basically saying, all right, if I have to pick someone,
yes,
in my pick, I will take this guy.
Yeah,
because I have to make a selection. The clock has run out. That's going to be feel like the way that it goes in the top 7, maybe even the top 10 picks. The draft is April 23rd, right? So that's still 3 weeks away. So, but in terms of what's going to happen between now and then, there's not a whole lot that is going to change the. I don't see I know the Raiders in AGH's opinion are stupid. I don't know exactly how, I don't know how it's going to play out after they take Mendoza, and I think that um for the first time in a while, I actually think like the first like hour and a half to 2 hours of the draft will be pretty exciting.
No, it's going to be awesome.
Without a ton of trades.
No, it's going to be awesome. And the top 10, I don't see it. I don't see who does it. I don't. I mean, it's not like one guy. There's a bunch of good players. There's a bunch of guys that can go. Yeah, like Ken Harris just said, Kuiper dropped Bain to number 15 on his big board today. Like, that's cool. Someone else is going to get dropped next week. Next thing you know, there's going to be a wide receiver in a major city in the United States of America with some unsavory friends that had a bad night. And hopefully it's not, one of the guys that we wanted. You know what I mean? Yep. Hopefully it doesn't thin out number 7. But there's always idiot things that happen. These are teenagers. Well, not for the most part, early 20s now, but some of them are almost mid 20s with money.
With a lot of
with
money.
some money now.
Yep.
So maybe some of those decisions aren't as bad. It's not the first time these guys have had money, but you know how it goes. These are kids. Someone's getting in trouble. In the next 3 weeks, there's a top 10er that will be written about for doing something.
Something will be found
just
out.
Some bonehead stuff that college kids do. But I'm not wishing for any like OJ shit. I'm talking about.
I want the exciting running back pick, obviously. But I know that if that's not what case, I know that at number 7, they're going to say a name that's going to be a really, really, really good day one player for us next season.
No doubt about it.
So,
that's exciting. It's very exciting. That's
kind of cool. And how do we go about getting more draft picks? I don't think necessarily like that's. I don't think they're looking to use that number 7 pick to get more picks.
No. That was the theory that we all had and we all shared, and a lot of us felt before we picked up 30,000 guys on free agency.
Yeah, I think they want a blue chip franchise guy
because he's such a good drafter. We wanted more draft picks because well, we think he's got some talent at it, and not everyone has to agree with that, and I get it. But I know that he's hit on some late round picks more so than most that I'm aware of, and getting some later round picks would be cool. But I can see us trading back number 71 into the mid 80s to pick up a pick or two here or there. I can see us shuffling around that way, but I don't see. Obviously, we're not getting back into the second round unless we trade that 7 back.
It's a lottery pick.
And
you know what I mean?
And it is. And by the way, we stink in the second round anyways. And we notoriously stink drafting in the second round. So we
fixed that glitch this year.
True.
That's the problem about going from 12-5 to 5-12. It's because it's so much. If you went from 12-5 to 8-8, like the alarm bells wouldn't be going off, like the red alerts wouldn't be flashing. But you went from 12-5 to 5-12. Like that's all hands on deck. Like the battle stations are being blasted. So, but the thing is, you draft high. You have to draft in the top 10 in the NFL draft. Obviously, you got to get it. You got to do it. You got to get it right. But those are the players that make your team.
Yep.
You have to be willing to stand up and make that pick. That's another reason why I was talking. I always think about obviously we took Kwame Brown number 1 for the Wizards.
Is there a Kwame Brown reference coming?
Yeah, it's coming.
Are you sure?
We have deferred many years as Wizards fans in the draft for the Jan Vesleys, the Europeans, the Johnny come latelys, and people maybe on their way and from the G League, and instead of getting actual players, instead of standing up and making and having your GM have some balls and say, I think he's going to be really good, I want him on my team. We didn't do that very often at all, ever. And then finally, when we had a guy at owner in Michael Jordan who was also in charge of it, he's like, we have the number 1. We want that guy. And I was like, all right. I love the fact that he made the pick. But God, it was such
and then emotionally abused that poor teenager for 3 years. Like, way to
came
go,
out of the booth.
Way to go, Jordan.
Yes, it's like, so it was all of it was bad. But I'm just So you have an opportunity.
Think how we got Magic on our side. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, just have the I would say conviction, but I think be convicted. Be convicted about your.
We can do anything if Magic made it. I mean,
Magic's convicted.
Unfortunately, those. That was from Kanye
I hear
West.
you wrote a book. No, I was booked. I was booked. Yeah. So how about this? Replay authority to the magic man in the headphones of the umpire on the field increased. This is a no-brainer, obviously.
Agreed.
This should have been done already. As soon as you had walk,
They should just have robots on the field. Everyone else would just do this online. So many sterators.
We grew up in the 80s watching movies with walkie-talkies and having all that stuff, and we're 40 years later, and the NFL is trying to tell me that the whole universe just saw some guy get destroyed illegally on the field, but you can't make the call. Well, guess what? You can make the call now.
Well, here's the only problem. The computer glitch. It's like helmet to helmet, helmet to helmet. There was 13 helmet to helmet plays on that last play. Everyone's
13
ejected.
helmets.
There's been 7 in the
They
first
do
quarter.
the robots.
Everyone's ejected. Like at some point, the helmet does hit the helmet.
But this isn't robots. This is
I know.
people.
I was
Oh, okay,
using
okay.
that as
I was gonna say,
a
alright.
joking on the.
Did you
I was
know?
joking on these humans' personalities. My bad.
Yeah. Come on. What did they do to you? But this roughing versus running into for your kicker, the pass interference stuff. The interesting part about they're going to be able to. It's just. By the way, again, we've talked about this. Like in the lens of we graduated to a world where some guy is watching every game at once and commenting on it in the red zone, and that became the red zone for every channel. And yet the league, which was making $1 billion off this, couldn't have a room where they had officials watching these games and with the ability to be like, okay, that was up. That was we got this. And it was just to be able to be linked in via the walkie-talkie that I referred to but way back in the beginning of this whole thing.
I think it's a Nextel brick phone. They're yellow.
The calls, we need some more of them. We need all of them. This is a no-brainer.
Chirp, chirp.
But the thing is, the way the rule, they're going to leg into this in a way that will cause controversy because the manner in which they can get help on pass interference is specific language regarding the tangling of legs. And, oh, dude, it is great. And like,
it's awful.
Yeah, so they're going to be using that language to define things
That's
that have
the part
nothing to
that's
do
awful.
with it. Yeah,
I like getting it right, like the sideline stuff,
Yeah.
the clear shit that's wrong. I like getting that right, but the debates, because I'm just telling you, as an offensive guy,
They're creating a debate.
Rhythm is everything, and I know it might help my team, but like, all right, we just sat here as fans. Those players are sitting there, which they do a lot, but like, once you get out there, now it's time to go, and you get 3 plays, 4th play, they got to sit for 4 minutes. That shuts it all down. That just makes the game choppy, and that's going to drive me nuts. I like the fact that they're going to get it correct. Let's get it correct in a timely ass fashion. I can't sit and wait. I can't sit and wait for anything, so that's my bad. But it's ruining offense. It's if you want to be an offensive league, stop making the whole offense sit there, especially the ones that go hurry up. They have a boatload of speed. Like, damn, it's all timing. Offense is predicated on rhythm and timing.
Defensive tackle is running off the field with his arms outstretched like the referee does to keep them from snapping the ball because they know that they have the ability because but they started calling it before. So before the end of the season. So the replay assist, again, you can't challenge to get pass interference, but they're allowed to provide help to the people, refs on the field with regard to some of these calls. I like the fact that we're like we should be like on step 10 of this already. I mean,
I know
there's going to be some serious pain points.
I know.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to go through some.
Yes, some entanglement of legs. There's going to be some bullshit.
The legs were entangled.
Remember you saw this in the basement in whatever month this is, March. Legs tangled. Some ref is going to go in front of and he's going to give you a whole legs tangled story, and you're going to have to swallow it like a turd sandwich.
Scissoring on 24.
Scissoring.
We noticed slight scissoring on 24 briefly.
Scissor me timbers. All right. Well, let's see. Ken Harris asks if anyone else is excited about the elimination of the Monday night doubleheaders. I love the Monday night doubleheaders just because I stay up late, but I get it. I get people. People aren't looking for.
They eliminated it
I don't know.
They
It
just
sounds
said,
like
get up out of here.
I guess so. I don't know. Ken is obviously excited about not having to drink coffee to stay up for this the Seattle Seahawk Arizona Cardinal nightcap on Monday.
Listen, that's the deal. If it's a good ass
Yeah,
game, I'll be
yeah.
tired the next day.
Yes.
But to be fair, there's been many times that decision was made for me a long time before. But
At 9:30 p.m., Cleveland Browns
Yeah.
on the road. It's the Indianapolis Colts.
And if I have to read one more thing that some writer from the western portion of the hemisphere is saying that Myles Garrett has been rumored to be traded. There's been some ongoing discussions.
So there, but they,
How? What are we going to give them? Like the Washington Monument and a monument to be named later in the draft?
He falls directly into the category of person you can't trade for. And let me also, the Cleveland Browns tried to petition the league, and it doesn't sound like it got passed because the rule changes that they put out today included this replay stuff, but I don't think that it included. The Cleveland Browns said, hey, right now you can only trade picks for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
But we want to trade. What if you could?
Yeah.
But what if you could trade picks for the next
They're
5 years?
Shut up, Cleveland. You've already ruined your franchise.
They're like, we would.
But hold on, they rescinded it last second. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Last second, Cleveland rescinded it.
Because
It didn't go to vote.
Because that was the whole. Because they wanted to be able to get more for Myles Garrett. They were
Dude.
like, if we change the rules,
Fair. But last second.
genius. I think that's why. Because they would have been like,
it did not go to vote. I did see
Okay.
that on the way here. And I was like, that is so
The
unbelievable.
Cleveland
It's almost
Browns.
like the cornhole champion with no arms and legs.
Yes.
No talk.
they were like, what if you could trade like 10 years worth of draft picks instead of just the 3 now? Because they don't want people just saying like people. They'd be like, listen, we're not even going to be here in 5 years. The
Right.
world will be destroyed. Take it all. All I want is Sonny Styles have all my picks.
Yeah.
But the Browns are like, well, just so that the league knows, now that we can trade 8 years worth of picks, Myles Garrett is totally available,
Right.
and it might just cost you like 4 first rounders
Yeah.
over the next 8 years.
We want 5 first rounders.
Yeah, it's going to be. Like
Let's
NBA
start
style.
there.
Yes.
Yes. And if you have a second, bring that along too.
Genius move. One of the few genius moves by the Cleveland Browns. Speaking of the Cleveland Browns, just as long as we're talking about the Cleveland Browns,
You've said Cleveland Browns 20 times tonight.
Deshaun Watson,
Here we go.
who was like 30-ish, he's over 30, coming back from everything, like multiple like physical injuries, obviously sex scandals, obviously. I think he's played like 10 games since he was handed a check for $230 million, American dollars.
That's a lot of rub downs.
It's the most amount of rub downs you can get. The word now from the Cleveland Browns about Deshaun Watson is he is obviously in the running to be their starting quarterback this coming year. Which, by the way, it's not like I was like locked in on the Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders saga in Cleveland in terms of their quarterback situation. Not even close.
I'm giving you 10 more seconds on Cleveland Browns. My ADD is flaring. I'm thinking about so many other things, mostly Deshaun Watson related.
If Deshaun Watson has to come back from everything he has gone through and that he's at fault for, and
Everything that he's gone through.
now he's got to like be in a competition against Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel in training camp, and like the least watched quarterback competition that I can remember, and we've had some of them here in town.
Watson shows up limber. I'll say that. That's what happens. He's going to be fairly relaxed.
So there's your Cleveland Browns update.
Yeah.
They have quite the quarterback
Myles
competition.
Yeah, I messed it up by going Myles Garrett.
Yeah, well, yeah, you took me on a tangent.
Dylan Gabriel was mentioned. Browns 20 times. Let's do this. What the heck?
Hey, happy birthday, Commander Callie. Our youngest listener.
Cheers. Love it.
She understands. Oh, by the way, congratulations to the Caps. It's 2 points. We're 5 out of the playoffs, but it's like 4 teams in between us. So there's it ain't happening. We need a miracle.
Okay.
I need a miracle.
Miracle on ice.
Cool.
It's happened before.
We're still alive. Just,
I
not really
know.
alive.
I think, I don't know. I want them to be good, but I'm usually a great Caps fan in the playoffs. And you were talking about the Wizards and the Browns. Like, I don't know what's going on tonight, but I get it. I am also a kind of a, I mean, I'm just going to tell you, the last few years, it's been tough to be a Wiz fan.
Yes.
So let's just be a Wiz fan in the future, Caps fan in the future. But right now, I think it's the most exciting time, obviously, to be a Commanders fan.
Yes.
And that wasn't necessarily the case for very long, even though it still was the case. Now it's just, that's what we got, and that's what I'm embracing. Our Nats are like 4 years old, and they're doing great. Our manager's like just hit puberty, and I'm hoping his voice changes before the next interview. But he's doing a heck of a job so far. Now we've gotten all local sports out, correct?
Extrapolate that Nats record across 162 games.
Or look at their lack of talent in the 40-man and understand that. Let's be happy about this week. And DC was happy today. I walked through Georgetown today. Yep. I'm just telling you, cherry blossoms were banging. The temperature was great. Georgetown hasn't looked this good in years. It's on the up and up.
I get a text from my wife that says, "Hey, 50% off Papa John's today. What do you know? I mean, that's because
that's the text. That's the text.
We've got it so much lately." OV scores or like we win or whatever there's like all these like random things that we've gotten 50% off Papa John's like 4 times in the last. They make a good gluten-free pizza for folks who need that.
Fair.
And that means I have to put my Lenten sacrifice because I gave up pizza for Lent.
Okay.
But as a rule, we shall not be wasteful. That's the number 1 rule.
Okay.
So 50% off as a good Catholic family for 50% off pizza. They can also feed my celiac daughter. That's a no-brainer.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll work through that. I'm putting graphic. We'll put that in writing.
I have signed a partnership with Papa John's and Cottonelle. And
do you like Papa John's?
When it's hot and I take my first bite,
yes.
I do.
Okay.
The rest of the time, I have a guilty thought about why. Why did I do this? I now know the next 8 hours of my life are not going to be comfortable.
What about the garlic butter?
Well, it's delicious. Also, you could leave it out for a month and it still tastes the same, and there's no change to it. So I'm kind of worried about passing that from my esophagus and into
We're
my
not
intestines.
Passing that. Once it goes in, it stays in forever.
It does not. It comes out. It oozes. It's so gross.
I think it mounts an offensive. It tries to escape, but ultimately only some parts of it.
No, Papa John's.
Does every bite have to have the garlic butter? Every bite?
I don't. No. I don't. Because the food tastes terrible. So yes, I try and dunk it in to the garlic, and then pinch my nose and clench my cheeks.
I like that. I mean, Greg said even if it was 150% off, they're like, here's 2 pizzas and $25, and you're like, no, thank you, no, thank you. Keep your $25 and your 2 pizzas, sir.
And your Shaquille O'Neal commercial because the old guy was a pervert. That little weird guy.
Yeah, the little weird old guy. Dude. I'm not saying Papa John's is my number 1. It's not even close, but it's the only one that sends me 50% off offers when my sports teams do well. And I'm guessing that happens all around the country. And I can tell you right now, the reason why I'm talking about it is because it does not happen that often around here and hasn't for a while. We've been getting the random OV goals. He has 26 goals this year. So that's 50% off since what, October? It's spread out. It's
50% off, 100% diarrhea.
Yes.
Sounds like a poor deal.
You gotta find ways to trim the cost of the budget. I know you can appreciate that.
That's fair. But
I'm still ordering at least 1, if not 2, extra garlic butter sauces.
Yes, and you're gonna pay with that with your ass.
Yep. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound, whatever that means.
Pound of flesh
in diarrhea terms, whatever that means in diarrhea terms. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't throw the diarrhea out with the bathwater, Ken.
Don't throw it out.
For God's sake.
We are at the time of the show when
we talked about the crappiest shit ever. The Wizards, Cleveland, diarrhea, the Papa John's.
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about?
Biotish. We have to talk about Biotish.
Fair.
It's time to start speculating. It's time to really start reflecting on this. I thought the interesting response of Adam Peters when they asked him about Biotish, when he said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to keep that between Tyler and me, like we're not going to talk about it. So so that happened.
Right.
He said that, and all around the universe, anyone who's ever watched football thought to themselves, that's weird. The Washington Commanders cut their starting center. That would have cost them $8 million. And they've shown no real path towards solving that at this point in time.
Was he wearing a GoPro in the shower post game? Like, I mean, what did he do?
Something happened, and it's not even, it's like that is what happened. Now, I think best case scenario, this is where I begin the speculation machine, so I don't know anything. Best case scenario, in my opinion, for Biadasz is that he said, hey, I want another contract. And, and the Commanders were like, hey, listen, we're trying to get younger. And so, extending injured 30-plus-year-old offensive lineman is at, market rate, in the year when everyone gets extra money, not in our plans. And they said, so because it did happen without fanfare. It didn't happen. There was no scandal. There's no drama. We're not even injecting drama. We're just trying to explain why we have Allegretti as our starting center right now at this very moment. And so Tyler Biadasz either said, I'm not playing under this contract anymore. And the Commander said, no problem. Let's just make this all be gentlemen about this. Or something freaking happened.
He cut down a cherry blossom tree. It's something it's off brand. He did something and it was like, oh shit, we got to get rid of him. But I think you're more legit. I think it's more legit that him and his agent rolled in and were like, hey, listen, we're not on the extension list. I know it's Terry last year. It's Laramie this year. We want an extension. No, the game plan was a 3-year contract, which we dole out to the guys, and that's what we've done for 3 years.
Yep.
And there's a plan for that. And we didn't get such a bonus letting them go. And I'm not sure. I did read some stuff about the post-June 1st designation would save us a chunk more in this deal, but it hasn't really surfaced.
No.
And I'll
no,
believe
exactly.
That when I
so
read
salary cap efficiency doesn't seem to be at the heart of this scenario.
It doesn't
at all.
But he seems like a good guy, so I don't want to besmirch his name.
And Adam Peters is going out of his way not to say anything bad, and it's almost like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah,
like territory, neighborhood.
This is like he got a little handsy with the special team. Assistant coach's girlfriend. Just saying. This reeks of something off. How about that?
Kicking game-winning field goals for the Green Bay Packers by midseason, similar to what's his face McManus, I'm going to be real pissed. I also think Greg has onto something as well. Now, here's the thing about Linderbaum. Everybody knew that the Baltimore Ravens had to or were going to make him available in free agency, right? Because we talked about this before. Centers and offensive and left tackles get the same treatment in the options, so you can't. They couldn't do it.
Centers.
Well, no. When you put a tender on a player on the offensive line, it just automatically goes tackle level, and so you're not
because all 5 spots share the offensive line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the Ravens were like, we can't do that. I
misheard what you said. Yes,
we can't. Even though he did ultimately get a deal that put them in there, anyways.
Sure.
They were So Adam Peters knew that was coming, that there was going to be a center available that they really wanted, and we know that the Commanders really wanted him because we made him an offer that was that put him in. We would have made him the high center ever.
And we're aggressively unafraid to upgrade at the offensive line.
Yes,
that's one thing that Adam Peters has shown over 3 years. The Tunsil deal came out of nowhere. I'm hoping there's a deal for a receiver like that comes out of nowhere, not involving draft picks, but you know what I'm saying.
So, absolutely.
Just he pulled
I don't want it to be AJ Brown.
He pulled that out of his ass. I don't either at all.
I don't want it to be AJ Brown because I'd rather have Deebo Samuel than AJ Brown. I think. Okay.
Well, I personally yes, but physically, I want a big ass speed demon, a monster ass, huge runner. That seems to be. There's 20 of them in the draft, so we're gonna get one of them.
I do think the $8 million cap to let him go. I think that we were pretty. I think we were like it's like the when the flop came, we had like a flush draw type scenario. I thought that he really felt like we had, a good chance.
Linderbaum in that cloak holding.
Yeah, like we're gonna make him the highest paid center, so clearly he's gonna want to come.
Because Linderbaum's a badass, and that would have been an upgrade. And very few guys could you say that would have been an upgrade. Biadasz was good.
Yeah, yeah, and I took for granted that again you can, because he is so good. He had the opportunity to kind of decide
get a good deal. I don't know that he's great though. Linderbaum's great,
but he's going to Vegas.
Good. Going to Vegas.
By the way, that's like as much as like the NFL, all the sports leagues stayed away from Vegas forever from gambling because of some allegation, unsubstantiated, that a lot of my paisanos had set up shop out there in the desert and were doing untoward things, which I, by the way, find insulting.
Yeah, I'm insulted.
And you should be, by the way, you should be insulted. We're both insulted.
I've already forgotten about it.
And, I don't even know what you're talking about. And obviously, and so the notion that the professional sports stayed away from this town because of their affiliation with good, upstanding folks, they had a bad rap. Got a bad rap. Now the NBA is there. I'm sorry. Is the NBA there?
No.
Baseball
the
NFL's going, MLB, and so when you talk about like, how can I get a 25-year-old free agent to take the most money ever paid to a player in his position to come play for me, when he can get basically the same deal and live on the Strip, like in the Venetian?
Is that what you want? Is that where you want to live? Maybe.
I think you have to do that for like 2 or 3 years.
If you're a 25-year-old, you do.
Yes,
yeah,
that's all. Fair. That's what I'm saying.
A 25-year-old with unlimited dollars.
Yes, everybody who's every 25-year-old free agent who comes available, and this we did. I like that we did that this year. I wanted to make sure we do that again next year. Those are the guys who are coming available. That class of free agents. They should be giving Vegas a super hard look, because like a 3-year stint, it's like our friends, the people that we know who went and played like Sweet Lou, Bullock, people who went overseas and played basketball in Italy and Spain and Germany and Israel and Turkey, like Elphick over in Germany, our man Derek. Like they're just basically saying, hey, listen, it's going to be awesome for like the next 2 or 3 years. Let's just allow the awesomeness to take place. If you're in the NFL and you can get $30 million a year, basically 29, to be to in a
play
long-term
center
deal.
In the desert. Would you like to play center in the desert? No one's ever done this before.
And live in a penthouse suite, like the Hangover suite. He's
like the Wyatt Earp. He's like the Doc Holliday of centers out there.
I'm telling you, it is unfair.
Granted, Doc Holliday was 5'4" and about 103 pounds, but I'm just saying.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Mm.
So
That's my favorite movie of all time, by the way.
That's your number one?
We've talked about it. I love it. Hell, Doc, short of being in bed. What are you doing here anyways? Wyatt Earp's my friend. I got lots of friends.
I know.
I don't. That is, I was like, this is going to be, it's going to be hard for me to not think that this dude is the baddest SOB. I love.
I will say Tombstone has absolutely been my number one movie. I don't know that it is right now.
I get it, but it is mine.
I know, but I remember.
Now it's totally mine.
It has to be. It has to be, because I remember when I had a Tombstone VHS, and I played it. We watched it over and over and over and over and over again. There was nothing better than Tombstone. When the first time I saw it, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And when they did what was it? Kevin Costner did the Wyatt Earp movie. Is that right?
Yes.
Give me a freaking break. And it was fine.
It was fine. I wish we hadn't seen what we had seen previous to that, because it was too late.
Val Kilmer is Doc Holliday. Get out of here.
Dana Delaney.
Best.
I mean, Val Kilmer is Doc Holliday. Sorry to even go Delaney yet, but we can't do this all night. Val Kilmer.
But by the way,
as Doc Holliday was one of my favorite, if not the greatest character of my. He was a damn dentist. He was a lunger. The whole thing. I did his autobiography. I did a deep dive on Doc Holliday. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. that whole Doc Holliday situation was just a way of getting a vehicle for getting Jason Priestley onto the big screen.
Oh, Jesus.
Onto the big screen
He was
in
a
this
sweet
movie.
bastard in it, and he was good in it.
Yeah. He was my friend. He was my friend. Jason Priestley was great. And I've always forget the name of the actor, but Johnny Ringo, great
Awesome.
turns in.
What a great name, by the way.
Yep,
I mean,
Johnny Ringo.
but Johnny Ringo.
He was his character. His I always think about him because The Abyss is one of my all-time favorite movies as well, and he plays the lead, whatever guy who like died, like the military guy. He was just one of those character actors who kind of was typecast, but for a good reason because he was freaking amazing.
Both the brothers. Kurt Russell.
Here we go. Kurt Russell. I said he didn't like how it turned out. The movie. Well, Kurt Russell. To be fair, he's been with Goldie Hawn for a long time, and I think he has become accustomed to.
She's one of us. She grew up within a mile from where we are right here. She is.
You could become accustomed to a level of greatness akin to Goldie Hawn, and everything else is graded on a curve.
I agree, and
that's all that is.
And I get it. It could have been better if Kurt Russell feels like that, but I'm sorry.
Hey, so we have a few. I know we have Ken here, we have Greg here, we have AGH here, we have the crew. We have I don't know, I didn't see Robert Cohen, but we got the crew here. We have a couple guys here. So if you're listening right now, hang on for a couple seconds because I think we have something really cool. If it's okay with you, I would like to at the end of the show here just give a cool announcement.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens, boy.
That smoke wagon. Kevin and I have, been real. NT have been working, for a lot of years doing, local sports coverage, and it is our intention to continue to do that. And now we're going to have an opportunity to kind of evolve that to like the next level. So what that means is nothing different here. At least obviously this will continue to be on our YouTube channel, and it will ultimately become a podcast that is featured on our new website, which is going to be coming out soon. So that is also,
we have a new website coming out soon.
There's going to be a new website. I don't want to be like a guy who like promotes a new website because it feels like so like
you should.
Like 1990s or 2000s.
It was expensive.
It is, but I think it's one of those things like how Hogs Haven was. It's like if you show up for 10 straight years, that's what makes it cool. So it's like opening, it's like we're like Sam and Woody and Coach. Opening the bar.
Be Coach.
You're all right, you can be Coach. But I want to be Sam, but he's sober.
I also want to be Woody.
Okay, but Sam, he doesn't drink, and I respect that.
Yeah, you can be Sam.
Yeah. So really cool stuff, guys. We're going to be rolling some cool stuff out here the next month or so, and on Tuesday nights we'll let you know what we're up to because that's kind of the cool process. So we'll let you know where we're at. We will have an awesome schedule of local sports programming. We are going to rank teams. We're going to spotlight players, and we're going to tell the stories of the local programs in all levels of sports in our area. So it's a pretty awesome opportunity. We are, again, in this space. You'll continue to hear us talk about football and the Commanders. And you'll start to see it probably more interspersed with other stuff. You might actually even see somebody figure out how to create some shorts and start, putting them out in
we're about to do some stuff.
Yeah.
And our Tuesday night posse, we're bringing you guys along.
Yeah.
Here,
So,
man.
like
let's
I said,
have some fun together.
There's no intention of making you guys pay for watching us on a Tuesday night in this fashion. That at this point in time, like, why would we? So
no way.
We are going to be creating content for subscription for subscribers. We think it's going to be awesome content. We are going to be doing shows, more shows about local content, local sports, and we hope that it piques your interest. But more than anything else, thank you for all the support you've given us this far. And we hope that we continue to at least talk about the things that you that you care about hearing people talk about, but also that you're part of that conversation.
It's absolutely a fact, and you guys are part of that conversation. We did this we all did this one together, and this has been the most important thing Tuesday night. So it was super cool that you just busted that out. I thought it was a big secret.
No secret.
I haven't told anybody anything.
No secret that
Zero
we
people.
are. And by the way, this whole thing could vanish like a fart in the wind because that's how the world works, and I know that now. And I'm feeling like Frank Cross at the end of Scrooge, and I know that now. So like whatever. Like it's not easy come easy go. It's just easy go. Like so when you get an opportunity, you gotta grab it by the ankles and
fart in the wind.
And fart in the wind.
Fart back against the wind. Against the wind.
You have to fart back. You have to fart back
Against the wind.
We don't fart sitting down, and that's just the way that it goes. I don't know how that works exactly, but
I'm not sure.
we are excited
I got
about
drug into this.
doing
I sometimes do fart sitting down.
an awesome. Like I think that
Like most times.
most times it's a sitting down scenario. Understood.
When I get up, it better be a good one. Or it's like, just saying.
Is that like when the Caesar says, like destroy him?
The Sheezer?
The
Yes.
Sheezer?
Yeah, the
Kaiser?
Sheezer's like, I prefer when you fart sitting down. Is what Sheezer thinks. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, you're going to see a lot more of this guy's efforts in terms of the local sports scene, and I think but it'll also we're going to I think you'll see us even more hopefully on the scene for the Washington Commanders, which I think is going to be a cool offshoot of this, because getting back into the fold of attending a press conference here and there, of attending OTAs. I loved doing that, but at the same time, like it wasn't like it's not earth shattering. It's just cool. It's just cool to see it.
Cool.
It's just and to see them doing the work. A lot of times you watch them on Sundays 16 times a year, 17 times a year, and you don't understand. You might not fully appreciate what's going on in May. So that's the kind of stuff we're going to be really hopefully bringing to this show, but also to this new endeavor. We'll have more information and details. We're not trying to be mysterious. At the end of the day, we are being open and honest about the fact that we want to be people that the folks in this area come to for local sports, and that includes the high school level specifically. What was that? There you go. That was crazy. I was like, oh, we're getting played off like at the Oscars.
No, I think T-Bird was like, I really like this.
It's like
And
one
I
more
can't
minute.
believe he's hearing it for the first time because I'm hearing it for the second time.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was under wraps, and I love the fact that we can talk a little bit about, right?
Yeah, we're not resting on our laurels, and we have opportunities in front of us that we're going to seize upon, and I think ultimately it's going to make our community, our sports community. Here's what the reason why I like the Tuesday night crowd so much. When we ran Hogs Haven, Kevin Ewald and I specifically, there was no unwashed masses of the internet showing up to comment on our articles and to argue about terrible nonsense.
Oh, yeah. Ken, you're a terrible piece of garbage trash. Ewald can shove it directly up his hoo-ha, blah, 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 and there was 9,000 of them.
We didn't have that. Was never. We didn't have to weed them out. They just didn't come.
Exactly.
To our. That's kind of, so. What we are excited about. That's what I like. And you can ignore it, and it's easy to ignore. But
these comments are great. Changing your name. You're buying Hogs Haven. We've already sent a cease and desist to Buck Aikman and Burleson. So
I didn't even know any. I didn't know any of this. Content was. I didn't know the comments were keeping on going. We're not changing our name. We're still First Amendment
Ken
Sports.
Keim is a definite thought. We've actually thrown that one off the wall a little bit. Knocked it around.
And definitely never buying Hogs Haven, Greg. So I didn't own it. I didn't own Hogs Haven.
Kuiper didn't own it either, bro.
And now
Where
it's being
you going,
run by
down
some
the
other
ocean?
people. So, but we're gonna own, and I'll tell you one thing: we will own the website that's about to be coming out. That's for one thing. But at the same time, it's gonna be. I mean, I was the editor-in-chief of Hogs Haven for 10 years, so I know how I like to cover the Washington Commanders. You might see some similarities, but at the end of the day, those guys still do good stuff. So good on them. First Amendment Sports will remain First Amendment Sports. We're not changing our name now. Obviously, my name will no longer be Ken. I'll be Colt Thunderwood. I don't know what Ken.
Colt Thunderwood and the Pussycats was also thrown out there.
Yeah, so that's.
And I didn't like it.
That's
not one bit.
We're the minority owners of the Commanders. We were told, so we don't know what exactly our role is going to be. We expect to have a lot of say in the price of hot dogs and
hopefully the acquisition of buns.
More buns, sir. So, anyways, I waited to the end of the show because I knew the people that were going to be hanging out with us at the end of the show. I didn't want to make it a big deal at the front of the show. We'll have more substantial things to say. I think it's cool.
So will you.
To share, yeah, I think it's cool to share with the people that hang out with us on Tuesdays that we are, we're taking this, to the next level, but we're not trying to scale it to anything other than being more serious about like the local sports community.
I believe
we've always said that, right?
We're covering the Commanders, and we are going. To Ashburn, we're covering the Commanders.
We're going to get access.
If you guys don't think that the weekly questions are coming from this board, you're incorrect. We're going to have a bit of a voice moving forward.
Yes,
and I dig that.
We are going to have a voice, and we fought hard, and I love, like, I think we have been a steward. I got a great opportunity in 2009, and I saw how people worked for it, and people, had it, and I love it. So I'm excited about, the prospect of it. And I'll be in touch with you, Ken Harris, obviously, not just for your honey butter, but mostly, for your honey butter.
We might have to start rephrasing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be after you, Ken Harris, for your honey butters. What?
So guys, we're gonna in the past when we've done deals like for distribution of content and being available in some other places, we've made sure to tell you, like, it's not going to change how you can just go on YouTube and still watch us.
Yes,
that's the plan going forward for our Tuesday night show. Now we are going to have other shows. You will be able to see us do other things, not just broadcast games, and those things will end up being a part of this new venture that we're doing. And we hope that you guys come along with us for those things. And we will make sure that you have that you know about them, and that you have the opportunity to participate in them. And obviously, put those paper, like, with a ripped up shreds at the bottom on, like, community note boards, being like, just subscribe to first. You know what I mean?
Okay, I was waiting. I was like, oh my god, oh my gosh.
Get it out there on the side. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to. I know that's the way you do it, I think. Thank you guys so much for your congratulations. And I do, like, it's cool. What's happening is cool. We will keep you guys posted the whole way. There's there's nothing more to report other than we're going to have some serious fun here in the next
well, here's what's to report. Honoring T-Bird Strachan moving forward is going to be of the utmost importance. Ken did this long before he met T and I. But how we all came together with you guys and what's happening, there's a big, fun thing to do with a great group of people. So come along with us, guys. And by the way, free guitar lessons. We now own the Commanders. We're super big shots on Tuesday night down in this basement.
Yeah, so
they were like, you guys have 7 followers at all times. Like, shit. Hop on in the bus. Let's take it to the 202.
We just signed a deal for a company that you can microdose GLP weight loss drugs with, and let me just tell you right now, you want to get on the ground for this one.
Get the oral ones. Trust me.
Well, I'm just they all taste the same, Kevin. It doesn't matter if they're oral or suppositories. As it turns out, same flavor
and same chewing sounds.
Yes, exactly. It's crazy how that works.
Why do they talk to us?
I don't know why.
They're actually watching right now.
By the way, I didn't pick up. I think EO was the first person. Yeah, there he is. When I was like, we're going to be doing other shows, I didn't know we were getting show titles until I put it together. So Whiskey Wednesday, Moonshine Mondays. I don't know if I can survive this week of programming that you guys are proposing for us, but I will try. There'll be like we'll figure something out. But it will be cool. We will be ultimately, I'm gonna write again, more regularly, and we're gonna be putting out more content. So if that is something, let me just tell you, if we can stay as hot in Paraguay and Czechoslovakia as we are right now already,
and if the negotiations go well, my whole TikTok repertoire could come on board.
but listen,
we're still talking.
Still talking.
Yes. I might have to buy a few more gluten-free pizzas to get that one over there.
I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch on that one. I will say I will be buying. I'll pre-order all the garlic butter sauce
and
container
the case of Cottonelle from Costco. I appreciate that.
Cottonelle, really? Cottonelle.
It's whatever they got, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't want like the hard sandpapery toilet paper.
Look, our creamy bicep. Look, mine right now is in full effect. I'm glad that's even referred to as a bicep. Yours pretty creamy. It is the creamy.
Oh yeah,
it's creamy.
EO.
It is. It's true,
dude. It was like 20 degrees.
Finally, I've joined you, Ken. I've joined you. Look, my forearm has a little color, but look at that terrible cream. Look at your cream is amazing.
I got
your elbow is so dark.
I've been working out because I've been working outside.
Actually, you look like you've lost. You look like you're ready to go.
I shaved. I shaved my beard. I've
thank God you were specific there, because I don't.
Let me tell you, I need to microdose that GLP. By the way, I don't understand.
What the heck is GLP?
It's that like Wegovy, whatever, the medicine that makes you lose weight that people do shots of.
Ozempic.
Yeah, Ozempic. Ozempic. That's right. It's Ozempic. It's generic. Like GLP. That's what it is.
Mont something. I don't know.
Manzara.
Yes.
Yes. All that shit.
Yes. Everyone's like, I'm on the Manzara. I'm like, ooh.
I remember like my doctor was like,
Kettle One.
Yeah, I'm on the Kettle One. My doctor, I'm like getting a physical. I'm 49 years old. The guy's like, you need to lose weight. And I'm like, how about giving me some of that GLP, whatever shit, the Ozempic? And he's like, no, you don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, you're telling me I need to lose weight. I've been the same weight for like 10 straight years. Like literally, I haven't gained weight, but I've not lost an ounce since you've been weighing me for 10.
And by the way, Doc, get your finger out of my ass.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Jesus.
We did that part earlier. I coughed as many times.
Auto parts.
All I'm saying is
you can get a mailed thingy to do this without a finger up there, is what I noticed. Sorry.
The collar guard?
That's what you should have said to Doc.
I have half of mine.
You know that Ryan McManus was Ken's doctor for about a month and a half last summer, right before all this shit went down. Sorry.
No.
Is it Ryan? Is his name Ryan?
McManus?
Yeah. The kicker. That got two hands.
No, it's not Ryan McManus.
It's not?
God, dang it.
Damn it. I had one chance to knock that out the park.
McManus. It's like Blair McManus, but it's not Blair McManus. Damn it. Don't say it. The board's going to say it before I can think of it. Even though we have a delay. McManus.
So he didn't just get handy on the flight. He was also
Knuckle McManus.
He was your JV proctologist in your early 40s. And
that's a great comment.
What?
This is all funded by the money Ken saved on Papa John's. Brendan McManus?
I don't know.
I think it's Brendan McManus. And by the way, you see the board hasn't.
No.
I think it's Brendan McManus.
They tapped out after the.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we dropped some big news. Listen, thank you guys because you'll be seeing some cool stuff here in the next few weeks, and you heard it here first at 10:30 on a Tuesday night. And it is Brendan McManus. Bam.
I mean, he's your doc. It's his finger, and it was your butt.
He was hitting game winners for Green Bay.
That's not a good reason to hire him as your proctologist.
It just absolutely.
It was a great signing by us until it was the worst signing by us. It was the only one that gave us thoughts of years past.
We were like, wait a second.
When Daniel Snyder had, thank God, his tiny little fingers. Anyways, Brandon.
It's all good. It is all good. One more week between us.
I love that everyone pounced on that. You guys are the freaking best.
One more week between us and the draft. We will. We are.
One more week. One more.
No, I'm saying one more week between now and next week.
Ooh. Okay.
We'll be back in one of those weeks.
That's fair.
One more week will pass. Brandon, like 90210, I'm not sure. It's 3:30.
Well, he was in Tombstone, and I
it
think
is.
we've brought it all in.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. I'm like I have been trying to spend.
Jason Priestley was in Tombstone. He's Brandon from 90210.
Yeah,
Our kicker got a little handsy, and
Yep.
he was your doctor last summer.
and he was my doctor last summer.
Sorry, I think we got it. I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I think that it's first of all, it's great that it's 3:30 a.m.
You are the best, AGH.
Happy Easter, everybody. Have a great
Yes.
week.
Happy Easter.
Let's
everybody.
go. I would say let's go Caps. Let's go Caps. Strong finish, even though I don't think it's going to be good enough. And let's go Nats. Let's just give them something to talk about at least until mid-April. How about that? Let's just do it. Let's do that. One more week until next week.
I was so confused, and I do get to that place a lot.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, I don't know if I don't know why I'm so confused.
We're gonna get 1 week. We're gonna hit the fast forward button from 1 week to 1 week. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy.
See you in a week.
KK Ken Kime. It's not Ken Kime. Kev. It's Kev Kime. Kev Ken.
Nope.
Time.
Nope. It's already been documented. Let's not make this something we don't want it to be.
This is getting a little bit weird.
Yes.
All right. I appreciate you guys.
You guys are the best, and I appreciate the hell out of you.
I was named NFL commissioner, but it was it was a gender reveal party, and it went awry. And next thing I knew, I was NFL
1
commissioner.
minute too late.
You never know what's going to happen when you go to those things. Why don't we give EO? By the way, EO, I hope this song goes global. We're gonna keep working on. We can have some more music coming. We're gonna work with EO for. We're gonna. I just want to take what we have in the soul of this song right here, and just like
I agree.
Just something. Just
No, all of it is. Listen,
we're still live.
Our whole thing was like it's the end of an Adam Sandler movie. Like all of our friends, all of our guys, all of our people, and everyone does their role. And I don't know. That's just
so good.
Pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking always be me.
And that's how Papa John's became the official pizza of the NFL. Hey, thanks to everybody. Appreciate you guys.
You guys are the best, man. Can't believe you dropped that out. I didn't know that was coming.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.